Hello, my name is Scott. Welcome to the Para Sports Day event. I'm here to introduce my guests. Go ahead and tell us your name.
Jeshua 39.
And we also have Adrian from NTI.
Hi, Adrian from the NTI.
So today we have a few questions for Jeshua here at the Para Sports Day. So what are you doing here? What's your purpose here?
I'm here to show and be a part of this initiative. I was invited by Tahir from the NTI. He's a friend of mine from the Carlton Cricket Club. We grew up playing cricket together, and he invited me here just to share my story of how I became physically challenged and the story behind it.
Oh, okay, so you are disabled. Do you have a disability?
Yes I do.
Okay, because I see you and, on the surface you look like a normal person. You don't really look like you have a disability.
Physically, I am able to walk around because I wear braces right now. I suffered with a syndrome called Guillain-Barré Syndrome. It is an autoimmune disease. It attacks the nervous system, and it caused me to be bedridden for a while. I was actually paralyzed from my waist down for about just under a year. And it took a lot of hard work, physical work, mental work, to be able to be where I am right now.
Okay, can you explain a little bit about how that happened, or just the story behind it?
It happened very suddenly. I was in the UK. My second tour to the UK was in Kent, Sussex, Kent. And one day I just woke up. I tried to stand up out of the bed and I was unable to stand. I was taken to the GP in the village. And she really didn't know what the issue was. So immediately she sent me to the NHS hospital in Sussex, Kent. The night time I had a whole set of tests run on me. I had blood work done, I had an MRI, I had a CAT scan, I had everything. I had a lumbar puncture. That was a very painful experience and uncomfortable experience. But at the end of all that, I was diagnosed with Guillain-Barré Syndrome.
And is there, more that you would like to explain about yourself? For example, before you didn't have a disability, how did that feel? Did you feel fine? Or what was life like before the disability? And now, and what is it to have those differences or experience those differences?
That's a good question. It is a big change. I was 23 years old when I came down with the syndrome. And at that point, I was an aspiring fast bowler. I was on the rise. I was fit. I was mobile. I just had a son. He was 2 years old at that point. And ironically, the day after I was diagnosed, I got a call from one of Barbados coaches, Dexter Topping, and I was invited to a West Indies fast bowlers camp. And that was kind of a heartbreaking moment. The day after I was diagnosed, having that invitation. Mentally, it really did take a toll on me. I was in the UK, I was by myself. It was new, but still unfamiliar. And it really, really did take a lot. Now, where I am today, it has been a mental challenge. Going from not being able to walk, the grinds, the muscle spasms, the hips being tight, it was really a lot. It still is a lot up to today. Still a lot of pain that I go through, but I know that I am much more improved than where I was 10 years ago.
Okay, and now I would like to give Adrian an opportunity to ask any questions.
Thank you. You were a cricketer on the rise, so obviously you've had to change your plans for your future in terms of shifting career and prospects. Tell us a little bit about what that has been like in terms of shifting your plans for the future.
Again, that has not been an easy journey. It took a lot of mental strength. I did battle with a lot of depressing moments, a lot of questions of why this had to happen to me. And in 2018, I was still walking with crutches at that point, and I managed to get a job at one of the financial institutions here. And they played a big part in how I was able to manage my finances and the debt that I was in because of the sickness. I also want to thank the National Sports Council because they played a big part at that point with the financial hole that I was in because of the medical treatment that I received in the UK. Today, I am able to say that I am able to, and I was able to complete my level 1 parent certificate. Even though I am in this state, I was able to recently complete a cricket coaching certificate, and I also do radio commentary. So even though the physical aspect of not being able to play cricket, that's gone, which it did take me a while to even come back out to watch cricket, because mentally it was a challenge. Seeing my peers that I came up with, that I played cricket with, going on to be able to play, and I being the one that unable to continue in the dream that I had. It was difficult, but now I'm seeking different avenues to be able to be part of the cricketing world. And it's exciting. It really is exciting. And being part of this and being at this festival, it does show that because we are physically challenged and physically different, it doesn't mean that we're incapable of doing things that the normal person is able to do. So I even though it was difficult, I do look forward to the road that's ahead.
It just goes to show that even though you cannot play the sport or be involved in the sport in the way that you were involved in it before, that you found other avenues to be involved in cricket and to play a part. How has the cricketing community embraced you and embraced this new version of Jeshua?
It's still a process, because after the initial diagnosis, like I said, it did take me a while. I was home for probably almost 2 years working on being able to walk again, many nights up, crying, doing physical work with my therapist at that point. It was a lot of work to be able to get to this point. And I must thank the people that were in my corner, thank God above as well, because I know without him and without them at my side, I would not be here today. The encouragement that came, I must say, is really, really, really grateful to have these people. And now, because I was away for so long, there are a lot of changes, and there are a lot of people in the cricketing arena now that may not have known me back then. There are a lot of youngsters now that are coming up, and being able to share the story of where I was and where I am now, I think is very important, because that could be an encouraging area for others as well, because I know cricketers, even any sports person, any type of injury could stop them from going further in the sport. It may not be as severe as what I had, but any type of physical injury, it could stop them from pursuing the dream that they have. So I think that this is important, and the cricketing world, they have been very welcoming. I must say, they have been very welcoming, because even though I am different physically and not able to play, they have been very welcoming. And again, I must thank Tahir for inviting me to be here, because this is a forum and a place that I'm able to share an encouraging word with the people and anybody that are aspiring to go on to do something that's different and maybe outside of the box for them.
What advice would you give to someone, not necessarily in your situation, but who has a challenge in their life which totally offsets their plans? What advice would you give them about what it takes mentally and the mental process of recovering and getting back in the game of life, the game of life?
Yeah, that in itself is a challenge. I'm not going to say that it's going to be something easy, or it is something easy. But again, having a support system, I think, is very important, and not closing yourself off, because I went through periods of not wanting to be involved in cricket at all. I went through those periods of self-doubt and even maybe imposter syndrome in a way, not noticing who I was and who I had become and not wanting to accept that. But my encouraging word is, if one door closes, another one opens, and it may not be in the way that you may have thought it would have been, but there's always something better that can come from what you may have lost.
Any more from you, Scott?
Yes, I do have a question. So, I am a deaf person, and I have experienced a lot of discrimination over my life, deaf oppression, and really having to navigate the world being deaf. And so I'm curious if you've had similar experiences, right, where you have dealt with discrimination or stigma after your disability?
Yes, definitely. Even in the workplace, there have been instances where it was not said outright, but I do know I was unable to attain a certain position and a certain job because of my physical disabilities. And it's not something easy to take and to hear. It sometimes could be very downing, but again, having that support system and knowing that even though you may not accept me here, there is some places that would accept you. Discrimination is something that is not right, but it's something that it is there. And we do have to deal with it. It's unfortunate, but everybody experiences discrimination in some way. But it tends to be us that are physically challenged that it comes down harder on, and it seems to be more impactful on us. But again, when one door closes, another one opens, and I do encourage people to keep on stepping, keep on striving. Like, don't give up. I know it's not an easy road. It really is not an easy road being someone that is different. But sometimes being different is sometimes a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, and I believe what you say when, you know, with a deaf person, we do experience a lot of discrimination. But, you know, we get situations where it's like, okay, well, we can't do this, we can't do that. It's not necessarily fair. But, you know, in order to really excel in our lives and get more access in Barbados, we just don't have a lot of access, right, in general. And so I'm curious, you know, as far as, you know, how Barbados would get more access or establish more access for people with disabilities. What do you think would be needed?
In an era where inclusivity is something that is very important, I do think that Barbados, they need to look into being more inclusive and being out there to reach out to people with disabilities. Like I said, I previously completed a cricketing course, and one of my recommendations at the end was to have them reach out to people with disabilities that may be interested in doing things that they may not think they're able to do. Because being closed down and being shut down because of our incapabilities is not something easy to get back up from. But I do think that with these sort of initiatives that they're very important, and there could be a way to get the government to see that people with disabilities, they do have a part to play in the community, and they can be the ones to be really encouraging to others that may have self-doubt, people that may not have disabilities. Seeing us being out and about, I think that that's something that could be very encouraging as well. So it is on us as well to be out and to, you know, show that brave face. You know, it's not always easy, but I do think that with us doing these type of activities, that somebody will have to see and somebody will have to listen and open a door for us.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for...
One last thing.
For that.
I understand today is a special day for you. Can you tell us a little bit about why today is so special?
Well, it's special because I'm getting married today. I've been looking forward to it for a very long time, and I am in a very happy place. I must say, with my future wife, my soon-to-be wife at my side, it has been more manageable. I really must say she has played a very, very, very major part in me accepting myself and opening up and being back outside and exploring things that I may have had self-doubt in. So yeah, it is a very, very happy day for me.
Well, congratulations. And it means even so much more to us that you took the time to come and share your story.
Yes, I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much as well.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you. It was really nice meeting you, Jeshua, and it was nice to see you, Adrian. Thank you so much for watching, everyone here at the Para Sports Day. We all hope that you enjoy your time and enjoy your day.
Don't forget to thank Wifey for letting him come out.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much for letting him come.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it, man.
We swear.
Thank you.